All right, thank you. Well, in Cape May County, erosion from this month's late spring storm is keeping some of the beaches in North Wildwood closed on the eve of one of the biggest weekends, the unofficial start of summer.
Well, we know they're behind, but how far behind? Shayna's live with the North Wildwood Mayor, Patrick Rosanello. Shayna.
Well, good morning to you both. Yeah, we're live here, of course, all morning talking just about this beach erosion. I'm joined now by Mayor Patrick Rosanello. Thank you so much for joining us on Good Day.
Good morning.
Absolutely. So talk to me about where we are and where we stand, because we're looking at a lot of work being done on the beach. What's the timeline?
So North Wildwood has about 30 guarded beaches. It's looking like for this weekend, about 8 or 9 of them are not going to be 100% ready. We're about 2 weeks behind schedule because of the Mother's Day nor'easter, but we're working very hard. As you can see, we have a ton of heavy equipment out here. So I would just caution people that when they come down to North Wildwood this weekend, ideally you go to one of the beaches that is completely finished. You don't see any of the big sand piles. If you're going near the sand piles, just be really careful. We are going to have lifeguards on the entire beach. Really encourage people to stay off the sand piles. They could be unstable, but I figure in about 2 weeks we should have the whole project complete.
Gotcha. Now this, we've been talking a little bit off camera before they took us live. We talked about this feeling like the first somewhat normal summer since a lot of irregular summers since the pandemic. What has changed? And I guess as mayor, what's your message to folks beginning their summer season here?
Well, I mean, we're really excited. This is definitely the first normal summer since 2019. I can feel it with the business owners, the second homeowners coming down, our residents. I think they're raring to go. They're excited to have a regular summer at the Jersey Shore, and we can't wait to welcome them.
Absolutely. Also, I want to ask you a question just about in terms of what people actually do have access to and where can they go to find somewhat of a sense of normalcy here in North Wildwood on the beach.
So the only beaches that are going to have any impact are between about 10th Street and about 19th Street. So those 8 or 9 beaches are where people should be really cautious. If you can go north or south of there, I would recommend that. If you absolutely have to go to that beach, just be really careful traversing the sand piles. Be really careful on the sand piles and just pay attention to the lifeguards.
We saw a similar issue out in the Jersey Shore with the unfortunate situation with the family from Maine and the tragic situation with the sand piles and digging. Is your message echoing that for parents to keep an eye out for their kids digging in the sand, especially this weekend as we approach this new hot summer season?
Yeah, I mean, this is newly moved sand, so it's going to be inherently unstable or less stable than a regular beach sand. So absolutely be careful. Don't be digging into the side of these sand piles. Be careful traversing these sand piles. And again, we are going to have lifeguards up and down the beach, so really just pay attention to their direction.
Absolutely. So 2 weeks, we should expect to be back to somewhat normal 2 weeks. What is your final message to our viewers here for this weekend?
Let's not forget the real meaning of Memorial Day, and we are going to have several ceremonies this weekend to honor those who died in defense of our country.
Absolutely. All right, guys, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Very important to remember. If you can, real quick, Shayna, how are they on workers down the shore? They have enough workers?
How are they on workers down the shore?
I'm sorry?
How are they on workers down the shore?
How are they on workers down the shore?
So we're getting better. 20 was very, very difficult. 21 was difficult. 22 is looking better, certainly not back to pre-pandemic levels, but we do have more foreign workers, and we are definitely seeing a return of some of our domestic workers as well. Not 100%, certainly not pre-pandemic levels, but the best I've seen since 19.
Well, that's certainly encouraging. That's certainly encouraging. Thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you.
All right.
Shayna, thank you. I know they have the unlocking of the ocean today. I think it's 11 o'clock too, the official start to the weekend.